G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I will be reviewing how I went in round 18. This is a rapid review of who I tipped and how they went. And then we'll be going over to round 19. It's crazy to think round 19 for my tips. Let's jump straight into it though guys with the Thursday night clash. The Sharkies absolutely demolished the Dragons here, 52-16. A tip I got correct. Absolutely love to see it. Very, very good win there for the Sharks. Nico Hines just on another level. He was so good on the weekend. So very good win there for Cronulla. Then I backed my boys. I was not confident about this game whatsoever, but I must say this is the proudest I have been of the Rabbitohs for a long, long time. This win was amazing. 5-day turnaround. We have to go to New Zealand. A long travel. We just got tailed up by the Cowboys in one of our worst performances of the year. And to go to New Zealand and do that, I could not have been prouder. Great game for the Rabbitohs. Right, next up, I took Melbourne to beat the Panthers. I thought Melbourne would get the job done. Now, it wasn't played at Amy Park. It was played at Marvel Stadium, so that might have had a little bit of an impact there. But the Panthers looked outstanding, and they did that without Nathan Cleary as well. So, shout out to the Panthers. Really good win. I want to see where 65% tipped the top Storm. Good stuff there from the Panthers. Really, really gutsy, good win. I'm very impressed with how they played, to be honest. All right, next up, I took the Raiders to beat the Titans. I was not confident about this tip. I thought, they'd probably get the job done there in Canberra. But to the Titans' credit, they played really well. Probably unlucky in this game. I don't like to say teams got robbed or anything like that, but geez, you could make the argument about it. You really could. Look, shout out to the Raiders. Raiders played a good brand of footy, but so did the Titans. I think if either team won this, I think they both deserve it, to be honest. They're both very good. Cowboys 74-0 over the Tigers. Crazy result there. Crazy result. Cowboys just complete footed team at the moment. I'd be surprised if they miss out the 8 now. I really would. Really good win there for the Cowboys. Tigers, look, not much to say on that. Horrible game for them. I thought the Dragons would have been the worst performance of the weekend, and then the Tigers dished that up. Yeah. Oh, it's just heartbreaking to see for Tigers fans. Like, I understand Brooks and Appy were out, but 74-0 is not acceptable for a first-grade team. It's ridiculous. And, yeah, shout out to Cowboys fans. You guys would have loved that, but I feel for the Tigers. Broncos 24-16 over the Dolphins. I did think the Broncos would win this 1-12, so 2 ticks there, but was not expecting it to be as close as it was. Like, Selwyn Cobbe got the match winner there, but the Dolphins were in it. They looked like they could have won this game. So shout out to the Dolphins for putting up a fight, but Broncos too good. I backed the Knights in the first of the Sunday games, and another embarrassing game. Bulldogs fans, same as the Tigers. Like, I expected a big win for the Knights. Not this big. I did not expect that. Like, at most, probably 24 points. This is ridiculous. Again, this should not be happening to a first-grade side. And I know that they're same with the Tigers. Bulldogs have a lot of key players out, but this is just not acceptable. So I'm glad I got my tip, but I do feel for Bulldogs fans. And then one of the games of the round, Manly and the Roosters, was actually very entertaining. It was try for try. Manly got the win in the end there, but definitely could have gone either way. So another tip. That is 7 from 8. So I'm really, really happy with that. I think I only got 1 wrong the week before that as well. So, 2, sorry. We got 2 wrong the week before that. So I'm pretty happy with that result, to be honest. That's not bad at all. Round 19, would love to get 5 from 5, and I hope we can. But let's discuss these tips. So starting things off with the Thursday night game, really don't understand why they've got to play a Thursday night game here. They could have done like 2 Friday night games. This is an easy one. Sharks, I was going to say, they should be at 99%, to be honest. Nobody should be tipping the Tigers. Look, I do think the Tigers will be a bit better than last week, but I think the Sharks still win this by 30+. I think it's going to be an absolute clinic put on by Cronulla. So hopefully the Tigers can, be a little bit braver and show their fans that, they deserve their support. But I can't see a world where the Tigers get close to winning this game. Sharks by plenty. Next up, we've got the Dragons and the Raiders, another game that I think will be won by Canberra. Going to back them by 20. Yeah, I know the Dragons tend to play all right at home. I think is it in St. George? I don't know where it is, to be honest. Wollongong, Wynn Stadium. So, look, I still think the Raiders win this and win it well. I'm backing them by 20. It's definitely a 13-plus win there for the Raiders. Next up, we've got the Eels against the Warriors. There's no Clint Gutherson. There's no Mitch Moses. Potentially no Jermaine Hopgood, as he's named the 18th man. No Regan Campbell-Gillard. Junior Bolo will play, but a hell of a lot of players out for the Eels. I think the Warriors will really want to bounce back after that poor game against the Rabbitohs. I'm calling it Shaun Johnson to have the game of the round. A big game for Shaun Johnson coming up, I reckon. I think Warriors win this. I think that because it's not in New Zealand, I think it'll be about a 12-point win. So I'm going to tip the Warriors 1-12. But look, I do think the Warriors have what it takes to put on an absolute clinic. But I don't know if they're going to this weekend. I don't know. They could bounce back and have a massive 30-point win. But if it's played at CommBank, I think the Eels will be definitely up for this. It is a CommBank. Yeah, I think the Eels will be up for it. I don't think they'll win, but I do think Warriors by 1-12. Next up, Rabbitohs and Bulldogs. Rabbitohs have a huge number of players out, so we already know Latrell is out, Campbell Graham's out, Joy Arrow's out. Who else is out there? I can't even think. Joy Arrow, Latrell Mitchell, Campbell Graham. Hosty is still out. You've also got Keon Kolombatangi, Damien Cook, Cam Murray, and that might be it. Cody Walker. Heaps. That's 8 of their first-grade players out. We do welcome back Isaiah Tass, but this is going to be a massive ask for us. I am going to tip my boys. Obviously, I always tip the Rabbitohs, but 96% is wild. That is wild, to be honest, because that's a lot of our attack out of this squad. I do think we have what it takes to win this game. I think it'll be 1-12. I don't think this will be a 13-plus game, but I am confident the Rabbitohs get it done. All right, next up, we've got the Titans against the Dolphins. This one's going to be interesting. So the Dolphins will be without Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow. The Titans will be without Tino Fa'asua-Malawi, David Fafita, AJ Brimson. So there's a lot of players out there for the Titans. I am going to tip the Titans because it's at home, and the Dolphins, they've been brave though. The Dolphins have been brave. This is a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. I'm going to back the Titans because they're at home and they do tend to play pretty good footy at home. They've still got Tanner Boyd. They've still got a decent forward pack. I'm going to tip the Titans in this one. I was very close to tipping the Finns. Very close, but I am going to tip the Titans in that one. I'll give you my origin tips a little bit later down the track. But I'm going to tip the Titans in that one. So a little bit boring. I'm going for all the favourites this weekend. Not too much more to add to that. So Sharks 13+, Raiders 13+, Warriors 1-12, Rabbitohs 1-12, and Titans 1-12. All right, guys, drop your tips down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.